very, very important to pry open lines of communication. And generally, communication is closed down because that person is withholding stuff, does not feel comfortable, is not wanting to engage, is feeling superior, inferior, many, many things, right? So it is very important to pry open the lines of communication. And if it's not possible to do it one-on-one, then to bring a third person in and say, you know, I'm having an issue, I need some help here.
Okay.
And the trio or 4 people then need to resolve it. And if it doesn't get resolved, then you have the right to ask for a shift in that from that department, change your job, go away, do something different, or maybe that person needs to leave.
Okay.
But communication in the workplace, not having communication in the workplace is just very, very toxic because you're constantly living in assumption.
That's right.
And it's very uncomfortable. Why? You spend 8, 10, 12 hours at work, and if people don't want to talk to you, they ought not to be there. Or if there's something wrong with the way you communicate, then you need to change that.
Yes, or you need to be told so you can change it, yes.
But if you don't actually open up the lines of communications to actually discuss, what is the issue here? Why aren't you talking to me? What is it? Don't you like me? Is there something I've done? Is there something we can help you with? It has to.
Okay.
It has to happen.
All right, so bringing in a third party. All right, I like what Jane Claire said about you and honesty, because anyway, I could mention a few personal examples of you and I, but you know, that's the thing that I respect most about people who say, yes, I will, no, I will not. Yes, I can, at the moment I'm swamped. And I think this is also something at the office. You take on so much more than you can handle, because every time you're asked, can you do this? Yes. Can you do this? Yes. Well, in truth, you know, you've got a lot on your plate. And then you're unable to deliver, and then it just brings in a lot of other things. Quickly into the SMS questions. Do women like being lied to? Can they handle the truth honestly? We're going back to gender again. You know, is it true that... I mean, take the example, honey, do I look fat in this? By the time she's asking that question, she's already feeling fat, hence the reason she's asking it. And then you say, yes, you are. And, you know, men know exactly what happens after that.
That's why they say no.
That's why they say no, honey, you look fine, you look beautiful, you know. But is it true then that women perhaps cannot handle the truth?
It's not about women, it's general populace. Human beings have an issue hearing the truth. If I turn around and say to you, you know, you would make a great difference to your own life if you change this aspect of yourself, because you don't realize how you come across. And you can't see yourself. I can't see myself.
Yes.
So as I'm speaking with you, you can't see your body language, you can't see your eyes, you can't see your expression. So if I turn around and say, you know, when you're speaking to me, this is what I'm hearing and this is what I'm feeling, because you can't see yourself.
That's true. What's wrong with that?
Why don't you do something about it? Why don't you understand that you might be giving mixed messages? Do you know, I'll give you a classic example. We have a way of laughing things away and laughing things off. All right, the most serious things, we laugh them away. So someone says to me, oh my God, you know, my mother's sick and she's nearly dying, ha 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 ha. I'm going like, excuse me?
What?
There's actually pain, but they laugh it off, because this is the mixed messaging, how we communicate.
Okay.
So we give the wrong messages completely. I said, is that a laughing matter? And so of course, it's like, no, but I don't want to, you know, it's really hurting me, I don't want to take it serious, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I said, yeah, but you can't do the mixed messaging.
Exactly.
If it's something serious, you have to have your facial expressions, your body language, everything that is aligned to that. But you can't say one thing and then laugh it off. No one's going to take you seriously.
Yeah,
or
that's true.
Even at the workplace. If you have a problem and you smile when you're talking about the problem, what does that mean?
That's right. Here's a few SMSs that are coming in. I think dishonesty is a good thing. Sometimes honesty can be brutal. Dishonesty covers up things that would otherwise get out of hand. Okay, thank you for your thoughts on that. Here we go. Hi Tazim, where do we draw the line between honesty and arrogance? I do a lot of negotiations, and at times when a deal is not worth it, I call it as it is, and we'll address that in just a moment. And then we have Ngonya from Nairobi, who says, I'm impressed by your topic. What are the contacts of Miss Tazim? We'll give you that in just a moment. Then there's one here that says, good politicians are liars. They perfect cheating on wives first. and then the
Ouch.
public check. Okay, that one's a little bit harsh. But, honesty and arrogance, I think we'd addressed this before, just, as we come to the close of this. When does it seem like, okay,
Saying no is an option. People need to understand that a no does not mean constant rejection. A no is a choice. I can't deal with this at the moment. I can't handle this. This business is not going to serve me. Okay, I'll give you an example. Someone asked me to speak to 120 salespeople because their sales were down, but they don't have a competitive edge on pricing in the marketplace. And I said, why would I speak to them? If you have a product that is more expensive than the competition, how do you motivate people like that? It don't make sense. It just does not make sense. And I wasn't being arrogant. I was just saying it didn't make sense. And this person said, this is the first time I've had someone turn business down. And I said, it's always a first time for stuff. And there was no arrogance in it.
and honesty actually helps us see what's wrong
Right.
and change, right? I mean, if he has high prices, maybe now he'll understand why he's had several other rejections, perhaps.
There you go. Honesty actually gives us the opportunity to create and cause and affect change. Dishonesty keeps us in status quo. That is a fact of life.
All right. Closing remarks this morning about why honesty is important, apart from what you've just said. But, what we need to do to get ourselves to just be telling the truth a little more often. And maybe one little tip that we can, use starting right now.
Take responsibility for what comes out of your mouth, and good or bad, start dealing with what honesty really is, and fine yourself if you lie. Have a
Okay.
little jar and put an amount every time you lie, and see how much money it would cost for every time you lied, for every time you told the truth.
And you need to be honest with yourself about that. Honest
There you
enough to
go.
say, I told a lie and to put coins in that. Okay.
Or make a deal with a friend, with a spouse, and say, all right, call me. Call me on it every time, because you know my body language. Call me on it, and I'll have to put 100 shillings, 1,000 shillings, whatever it is, every time I lie. So please understand, honesty has absolutely, you cannot negotiate honesty. It either is or is not. And if we start doing this, we can change this entire country, the people we put into power, how we view authority, how we communicate, how we change our workspaces, how we change our relationships. It is one of the most important values that require complete participation in order for us to move forward and do things differently.
Okay. Well said.
Thank you.
Thank you for this honesty. I think we should start discussing these virtues one by one, and this is the start of that. And it was absolutely great talking to you today.
Thank you.
Fongonyo right here in Nairobi, you wanted her contacts. The website is www.tasm.net. Go on there and see how you can engage with TASM a little bit more. You're impressed by this topic. There's much, much more when you visit her website. That's the challenge for today, as TASM has put it. Get yourself a little piggy bank and start to challenge yourself. Perhaps then and only then will you understand the cost of dishonesty. Remember, a man is only as good as his word. Think about that. Have a great day and have a great weekend ahead. We will see you again next week. My name is Yvonne Okwara. If you'd like to engage with us also or find out a little bit more about TASM Elkington, send us an email. It's ntv-thismorning@ke.nationmedia.com. Have a truthful day, won't you? Bye-bye. My name is Yvonne.